It is 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted. I'm starving. I've been standing in dress shoes for about 7 hours and I feel like my feet are going to fall off. I don't care how cool this experience is, I just want to go home and go to bed. And then I feel this presence next to me. The light is sort of blocked a little bit and I know that there's someone standing next to me. And I look over and I'm standing next to Ben Affleck. How in the world did I get here? For that, we have to go back. It's my sophomore year of college, and I'm starting to get involved in acting, something I've wanted to do ever since I saw Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, and I'm taking advantage of all the opportunities available to me at my university. I'm taking a film class. I have a role on the University Channel's soap opera. I'm doing improv. I even have an agent, which just means I paid some lady $200 to take my headshots and then never hear from her again. One Friday night, I went with a bunch of people from my dorm to go see a movie that just came out called Good Will Hunting. And not only did I love the movie itself, but the more I was reading about it and how Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote the movie because they weren't getting roles that they wanted to play, they weren't getting cast in these movies, so they just made it for themselves. And then I realized I could do that too. I could make the kind of content that I wanted to be in. While I was grateful to participate in about a dozen movies over the course of my 4 years in college, they weren't exactly the kinds of movies that I like to watch. I played a small-town kid turned drug dealer / crime lord in about a quarter of those movies. No one locally was making the types of comedy movies that I loved. So my friend Josh and I got camera equipment and we started making the types of movies that we really wanted to be in. And we made stuff that we're really proud of to this day, and it wouldn't have happened if we didn't do it ourselves. But still, I was always holding out hope that someone somewhere would see me in one of these projects and think, I want to put that guy in a movie or a TV show and fly me out there and I could quit my job and make my living as a full-time actor. Fast forward to 2014, I get an email out of the blue from some local casting agency. And they're saying the new Superman movie is going to be filming in town and they need hundreds of extras. So I filled out my information, submitted my picture and my measurements, and I kind of forgot about it for a couple of months until I got a call out of the blue one day saying, hey, we'd like you to come in for a wardrobe fitting. Cut to a fundraiser at Lex Luthor's mansion, and I'm a guest. I won't bore you with the details, even though I have a great story about Henry Cavill teasing me for singing a Bare Naked Lady song, but that's a story for another time. Oh, there I am. Did you see me? Right there. The point is, I am now face to face with a guy who I have been watching and trying to emulate for almost 2 decades now. I look over at him and we make eye contact. He silently nods. And I'm seeing this face that I have seen probably 1,000 times before on magazine covers and in Kevin Smith movies, but this time in 3D. And he looks sad. I would even go as far as to say miserable. This Oscar-winning, super rich A-list actor has everything that I figured would make a person happy. And he gets to be Batman? Unreal! Who doesn't want to be Batman? When the shoot was over for the night and we were released from the set, I was walking out of the building a few steps behind Ben. And I really wanted to say something to him, and we were told specifically, do not say something to them. But that's not what was holding me back, because, what are they going to do at that point? We were done. He just looked so uncomfortable and alone. And I didn't want to, get in his space or, do anything that would be unkind. And he's rubbing his eyes and just kind of sinks into the black town car that was waiting for him to take him back to his hotel. Being on the set of a big budget Hollywood movie was one of the most exciting things that I've ever gotten to do. And for him, it was just another day of work. He was looking at it like I look at going into the office on a Monday morning. Jim Carrey once gave a graduation commencement speech at some college, and he had this to say.
I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion.
So to be fair to Ben Affleck, he could have just been having a rough couple of days. He's human, he's allowed to. But seeing someone who's larger than life, who seemingly has it all, as a regular person, that left an impression on me. That made me think, is this the life that I'd been dreaming of? Would I trade places with him if I had the chance? And let's say I became a successful full-time actor. Would I want to spend months at a time alone in a hotel room away from my family, missing out on my kids' first steps and first day of school and soccer games and recitals. I don't know that I would now. I can't say that I would trade any of that away just for the chance to be Batman. Spider-Man? Maybe. When the movie came out and I was thinking back on this experience, I remember thinking that if this was the last movie that I ever appeared in, I'd be totally fine with that. It would be a fitting full circle end to my acting journey. Now, this was also right around the time where I started getting serious about creating content for YouTube. And all of those independent film projects that me and my friend had worked on, learning how to edit and improve your sound quality and getting really good camera shots. Those things that I learned just to give myself an opportunity to act in something became the things that I liked the most. In fact, I like editing video now more than I like being in front of the camera. But I have to be in front of the camera in order to have something to edit, most of the time. So it's like this, what do they call it? Circle of life? No, wrong thing. And my love of acting evolved to a love of storytelling. And through my YouTube channel, I get to tell my story any way that I want to in the convenience of my own home or, in pockets of spare time that I have in between, work and family responsibilities. It's allowing me to stay creative in a way that is conducive to my life. And also, I get to be me instead of a character. So if you're out there chasing a dream that feels out of reach, remember this. Sometimes the dream changes. Sometimes it evolves. And that's okay. The journey might take you somewhere unexpected, somewhere that fits you even better. And at the end of the day, if you're living the life that you want to and telling the stories that you love and sharing them with the people that you love, that's what I call changing lanes. No, that's a bounce in the right direction. Stop playing reindeer games with your life and give in to the forces of nature. All right, Armageddon out of here.